Have you ever felt trapped by what others think of you? That invisible pressure to please, to be liked, to fit in, even when it costs your peace? In a world obsessed with validation, one book dares to tell us something radical. You don't need to be liked by everyone to live happily. Today we'll learn from The Courage to be Disliked, a Japanese masterpiece that blends the wisdom of Alfred Adler's psychology with the simplicity of a conversation between a philosopher and a young man. The book begins with a frustrated young man who believes happiness is impossible. He meets a calm philosopher who challenges everything he knows. The philosopher tells him, "The world is simple and life is simple. It's you who make it complicated." This conversation transforms the young man's life, and ours too, as we begin to understand the courage it takes to live freely without the chains of approval or comparison. Lesson 1. All problems are interpersonal relationship problems. Think about it. Most of our suffering comes from people. We worry about what others think. We compare ourselves to friends. We chase recognition and fear rejection. The philosopher explains that true freedom begins when we stop living to satisfy others' expectations. You don't need to prove your worth. Your value doesn't depend on someone's approval. When you realize that, you begin to live authentically. That's the first step toward courage, the courage to be disliked. Lesson 2. Separate your tasks. We often take responsibility for things that aren't ours. People's reactions, their opinions, their choices. Adlerian psychology teaches us to identify what is our task and what is someone else's task. Your task is to do what you believe is right. Their task is how they respond. Once you stop interfering with others' tasks, life becomes lighter. You no longer need everyone to understand you, only to understand yourself. Lesson 3. Happiness is contribution. The book says happiness doesn't come from being praised. It comes from feeling useful, from contributing to someone or something beyond yourself. You don't need fame, followers, or admiration. You just need to give, genuinely, without expectation. When you help, share, or simply listen, you experience connection. And connection is what heals isolation, anxiety, and self-doubt. So the next time you feel invisible, ask, how can I contribute today? Living courageously doesn't mean being rude or rebellious. It means choosing authenticity over approval, choosing truth over comfort. Sometimes it's about walking a lonely road, not because you want to stand out, but because you refuse to live a lie. The philosopher once said, "To be free is to be disliked by other people." It sounds harsh, but think about it. Every person who truly lived with purpose was misunderstood at first. Freedom isn't found in being loved by everyone. It's found in loving yourself enough to live honestly, even when the world doesn't clap for you. That's the real courage, to keep walking your path, quietly, truthfully, peacefully. If this lesson touched you, remember, courage grows every time you choose peace over people-pleasing. What about you? Do you have the courage to be disliked? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning from this book, subscribe for more lessons on psychology and philosophy, one book at a time.